Hi, my name is Sherry, and this is Cross Potent, a place where magical people meet. This is going to be your December 2016 horoscope for the Native American Zodiac. And we start the month out with the sun and the owl. And think of the owl as flying high over the fields. His key word is I see. So, he likes new places, new experiences, but as the sun on the 21st moves into the goose's keyword is I use. So this is more of your hopes, wishes, and goals for the future and plotting a course to them. There's a lot of good feelings right now with the holidays and whatnot. So after the 21st, there's also some major aspects that I will talk about later that are going to make the Christmas weekend a little possibly intense or culminative. Something might culminate at that point. I'll get to that in a minute. The full moon's on the 14th in the Deer, so this is full moon is a culmination point of the month in your social or your community circles. The thing about deers, they are big about fashion alerts. They are always very aware of how they look and their appearance. So this could be a good time to maybe get a new haircut, freshen up a few accessories or that sort of thing with that. This might be a time when you finally get the look that you like. The new moon on the 29th is in the Goose. Now this is the new moons are the beginning cycle, so the Goose has always got aims and goals and got something cooking. So this is a time to think about those sorts of things and what you want to accomplish in the next few weeks. Mercury goes retrograde again. Oh goodness. Starts in the Owl. On the 3rd, it quickly moves into the Goose. Now the Owl's looking for new horizons. The Goose thinks big. Okay, so this is a shift on the 3rd. Then on the 19th, it goes retrograde in the Goose. So this is a time when Mercury's retrograde for about 3 weeks. Starting on the 19th, you want to go back and kind of fix something. This is a time to think retrograde, re-go over things, or reanalyze or rethink or redo, anything along those lines. Just be a little more patient when Mercury's retrograde. Venus is in the Goose. Think the Goose is a theme this month. Think epic romances, fairy tales, big castles, once-in-a-lifetime love affairs. That's the Goose. On the 8th, it moves into the Otter. Otter's curious but not so romantic. So keep that in mind after the 8th. Mars, your energy planet. This is more of that. Mars is in the Otter. Starts in the Otter. So this is that curious, unorthodox energy. I can't read my writing. They investigate. They want to know. They always are curious about everything and anything. People, places, things. Think of the Otter as being both water and land. They're very adaptable. They're very pragmatic. What you see is what you get. They're very good at dealing with reality, and they're not so romantic and wishful and along those lines. Mars on the 19th moves into the Wolf, which is very romantic, and that Mars energy is going to be the Wolf is a little more introspective, a little more clannish, tribal, more worried about their pack mates than the bigger world. Primarily, they're very in tune with their pack mates. Jupiter, lucky Jupiter has been in the Crow. I've been talking about this. Think the Crow has got a balance on the wind. Think balance. Also, the thing about the Crow is that he's the go-between between worlds. The Crow is the, in the spirit world, is between the animals and the humans. There's communication. Also between the humans and the spirits. He's the messenger that can speak those messages and help us understand those messages. So this is an important time to try to get in touch with our messengers in life, and where they're try to open our eyes to where they're coming from. Saturn is in the Owl. This is your discipline planet. So the Owl sees far and wide, but the Owl can be a little reckless, and the Owl can be a little rude. So with Saturn, this is a time to really try to learn from the things that aggravate us. Since it's in the Owl, we're going to learn a lot from foreign places, foreign people, people from outside our community. That's where our lessons are going to be learned from other tribes, and it's time to incorporate like what they call in business world best practices. If another tribe or another group of people has best practices that seem to work, why not incorporate them and use them? Often we can find very interesting things out from talking with people about situations they've also been in that we're facing. So this is a time to really network like that in problem solving. The Owl energy will help us with that. Uranus, planet of chaos. This is like starting the generational planets. It's retrograde in the Hawk. This is about accepting the new and different, about yourself, and those new and different things are going to take you in very unexpected places, and you need to try to loosen up and go with that a little bit more. On the 29th, at the very end of the month, it goes direct. This is where you're going to see new and different things in everyone else. When it's retrograde, you sort of see new and different things about yourself, but when it goes direct, you'll see new and different things about everyone around you and situations you're in. Neptune is in the Wolf. This is another generational planet. It's about learning to believe in freedom. As you're a child and growing up, you have beliefs, whatever they are, the tooth fairy or whatever your beliefs are as a child, that maybe you can build a castle on a cloud. I used to think that when I was like 5 years old. I thought you could build castles up on clouds. As you get older, you have to let these things go, and you have to embrace adult, grown-up beliefs. And this, in a way, gives you freedom. Knowing things on a more mature, truthful level and incorporating those beliefs deeply into your tribe and your communications with the spirits and the communications with the earth, being more real about it will help us be more authentically ourselves. And that's what Neptune is all about, being more authentic and being the more real self that we are, and that brings us freedom when we let go of all those limiting factors. Neptune hates limiting factors. It dissolves all that away, dissolves anything holding us back. But sometimes we don't like that because we like our childhood beliefs. So it's a time to really try to embrace that while we have this energy going for a few years. Also, Pluto is a generational planet because it's so slow moving. It's in the Goose, been in the Goose for a while. Think big castles, that's that Goose theme. This generation coming up with Pluto is going to they're looking for an epic life. They're looking for an epic adventure. They're looking for something larger than life. So they also might be obsessed with starting their own business. This is a big trend I'm starting to see, that the mom and pop businesses are coming back, and that's what people are thinking that's their best opportunities now. The important aspects this month around the 25th and 26th. First, on the 25th, you've got a nice Saturn trine Uranus, discipline trine the unexpected. So this means that unexpected things, all the disciplines you've learned in life and all the things that have gotten you to this point are going to really help you deal with the unexpected. It's going to serve you well. The very next day, there's 4 major aspects. Jupiter opposite Uranus, Mars opposite the North Node, which is your like a destiny point on the zodiac. The Sun sextile Mars, and the Sun trine the North Node. So all this coming together, you've got luck opposite chaos, balancing versus the drive to be yourself, which is the hawk. So also Mars opposite the North Node, to believe opposite to analyze, are opposite energies. So you might, around this few days, you might feel like very opposite things are affecting you, and the idea is to try to just go with the flow and just listen without taking a stand necessarily. Allow other people to bring different ideas to you without a confrontation. Let them have a safe space, to get what they have on their mind out. This might be a really good time to talk with opposites, people you might not get along with, or people you've had difficulties with. This is where the opposites sometimes attract. You might be brought into a realm or a circle where there are these opposites and you need to deal with it. So kind of prepare yourself for that. If I meet this person, what am I going to say to them? How am I going to act? If you get yourself ready ahead of time, you'll be better prepared when the moment comes. So all in all, it's rather positive. That Saturn trine Uranus is going to help you out a lot. And I'm so glad you tuned in, and I look forward to bringing you another video next month. You can like, share, subscribe. Subscribe button is free. You'll get a little email update when you subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. And I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.